The hills are alive with the sound of music. Oh, Mrs. DC singing in the background here. So, DC here. So this is going to be at least in part my response video to SpookyUniversity Alumni number 6, which is about music and our society and so on. Now, we've been walking along for quite a ways, and we have been listening to the sounds of nature, which in a way is a music in its own. The squeaking of our snowshoes. You can maybe hear Mrs. DC just taken hers off for a second. Squeaking of the snowshoes. Sometimes it's the sound of the animals, birds or whatever. Water. It's kind of the music of nature. And when we think about music in the way, let's say in the period of our life, at first, I mean, music is something soothing. You know, when you're a baby or something, music is played often to soothe you, a lullaby, a song, and so on. As you get older, let's say you come up to teenage years, music is mainly there to be, I would say, a sign of your rebellion very often, a sign to show that you are different from your parents. You don't have the same music, and very often, I mean, it's loud and noisy and obnoxious, and if possible, you know, with groups, you know, that are not in your parents' norms. Then as you go on, I mean, you know, you go on to music, I don't know, in the teenage years, a little bit later on, it's dance music. It could be, and I don't automatically mean cha-cha-cha, that was actually in my day and age as well. But I mean, it was dance music, I mean, to, you know, get to know the girls or the boys and, you know, have a good time. And music actually also at that time became also a background, or, as I said, a way of showing off. In a way, it's the combination of dance and music. As things go on, though, I mean, we go back to probably music as soothing agent. You know, the circle is coming full stop eventually. And, yeah, that is one thing that's actually interesting to see, is that, I mean, I guess maybe it has to do with hormone levels or whatever. We just can't actually, or don't always like the loud music in the same way. When I'm in the kitchen cooking, maybe that's because of those hormone levels that are getting up or whatever, I like actually to put heavy metal music, you know, really loud music. Isn't that right, Mrs. DC?
Bon, habituellement, c'est pour faire fuir tout le monde.
Oh, you could have said that in English. I think they'd have understood better, actually.
It's for, comment on dit?
She says I try to make everybody flee.
Oh, yeah.
And says I put that music, get everybody out. Actually, no, I kind of dance when I cook. And, you know, like shake that booty a bit. I don't know. But it was a funny little situation at one point, actually, where I was cooking. And son of DC's girlfriend, you know, walked into the kitchen. And I was like, you know, I don't know, doing probably a John Travolta move there or something. And she was all shocked. I mean, she's like wondered, oh my goodness, what's going on in here? You know, like some obscure occult ritual or something. I said, no, I'm just getting the meal ready. So, I mean, you see, music, a lot of things. I mean, another thing about music, I mean, that can get really on one's nerves is muzak, you know, like shopping center music. I can understand that people who would work in a shopping center, especially at Christmas time, would go bananas. Hearing those things over and over again. But there, I think, you know, music is somehow, I don't know, to try to create a pseudo atmosphere. It's like, you know, people putting incense or something like that. You know, music supposedly has the same function there. And I don't know if it's like to dull your mind and brain to help you buy. Maybe that's as well. Now, what else? I mean, music. Music, I mean, is sometimes also there as a filler. You know, if you don't know what to say to somebody, well, you know, you put on a bit of music. That's often what happens maybe when you're driving the car also. I mean, it's not a question of not knowing what to say, but to remove sometimes the boredom of the road or whatever. So there are a lot of functions in that way to music. But finally, I think that the main function, at least that I would hope, is that, you know, is to enlighten your soul and to feel that, you know, there's something that will touch your inner being. And I think that's, in a way, that's what music was created for, to talk to your inner being. And as I said, there's different cycles, but that's in a way always what it's doing. It's talking to the inner you, and if that's the way music is used, well, it's another way of expressing oneself. Well, okay, I guess that'll be my take for this Spooky University. I want to thank Adrian for being a great professor. He comes up with great ideas, and we all know and love him. I mean, it's, you know, he's one of our fixtures on YouTube, and I always like to listen to his introductions and so on, because he always has some pretty interesting musical styles, or how he arranges his things and everything. So, okay, that'll be my take on the Spooky University Alumni number 6. DC will be signing off, and take care.